YouTube, what's cracking? How are you guys doing? Hope you guys are having a super profitable day, whatever business you're in. As I promised yesterday, I wanted to talk about the 4 different kinds of entrepreneur. Now, this is going to be a definite mindset change for a lot of you guys who might be listening to this. Because I know a lot of people who just say, well, once I, start my own business, I'm an entrepreneur. Or once I, quit the 9 to 5 and I start doing my own thing, I'm an entrepreneur. And, technically you are correct, but there are 4 different types of entrepreneur that you really should know about, and there's one that we should all strive to be. So, without further ado, I'm going to get right into it, and, I wanted to talk a little bit about the entrepreneur's dream, okay? So, everybody, we see so many different advertisements for all these different courses and whatnot. It's advertising freedom, working wherever you want, working on your own terms. It's like, I'm going to quit my 9 to 5. I'm going to go pursue freedom. I'm going to do all this stuff, and I'm just going to be able to run my business remotely. That's great, and that's one kind of entrepreneur. But the reality of entrepreneurship is more like, okay, get up at 6:15 in the morning, start working, and you're going to start to get a bunch of self-doubt. You're going to start to think like, oh my gosh, is this really for me? Can I actually do entrepreneurship? You're going to see the guy in the supermarket who's ringing up your groceries, and he looks like he's having a pretty good time. And you're going to think like, gosh, should I just get a job at the supermarket? No, you can't. I can't do that. I want to make my own schedule, and I want to make more money. I'm not going to do that. That's kind of more the reality of the situation. That's the way that we think, A lot of us have self-doubt. A lot of us have a really hard time, really getting over that productivity hump. So, that's kind of the dream versus the reality. And now let's get into the 4 different kinds. So, the first kind of entrepreneur is going to be the technician, okay? And the technician entrepreneur is basically the one who trades the hours for the dollars, okay? And what does that mean? Consulting, obviously running an Amazon business. You're just, you're putting in your time, and what you put in is what you get out. Shopify, you're putting the time in, what you get in is what you put out. That is the technician entrepreneur, and that's something that you really don't want to be like. You might say, oh, well, you said that Amazon FBA and Shopify are fine businesses. They are. Find VAs. Find people. Put people in those positions where they can do that work for you, so then it's truly automated. That's it. And so this is one of the most common ones. And basically your income just goes up and down. It just up and down forever because it just depends on how much time you put into it. So we don't want to be a technician type entrepreneur, okay? So the second type, this is the manage entrepreneur, and you are all focused on security, okay? You want to be able to do everything. You want to manage people. You are constantly on your employees, and you're like, oh my gosh, can these employees get anything right? I told them to do this, and they couldn't even do that. And oh my gosh, I can't catch a break. I can't find good people to hire. I'm having a really hard time hiring good people. These are all things that the manager entrepreneur would say. Now, if you think you're running your own business in that sense, you're not. You're just not. You're managing those other people, and what you have at that point is a job. You don't have a business. You have a job. You're managing those people, fixing their mistakes, making sure they don't mess up. Not everybody can be a great manager. And I'm not saying like, oh, don't manage people, to that extent. But my point is, not everybody's a great manager. I'm not a great manager. I can do it. But I think there's people who are better than I am, and I'm much better a little bit further down on the ladder of this. So that's the second type, the manager entrepreneur. That's the most common one. This is the one where if you take a vacation, your whole business goes down, your income is way down, you get back, there's problems, you got to fix it. Do not live that life. That's not the life that you want to live, and that's not what you signed up for when it comes to entrepreneurship. So the third one, this is called the owner. And you might not be doing the work, but you're constantly thinking of ways how you can empower your employees to do better, and how can you get more out of the people who are currently working in your company. And I would say from the three that I've mentioned so far, this is hands down the best one. You know, being an owner is pretty cool. You're no longer in the managerial side where you're fixing their mistakes. Your employees at this point, they know what they're doing. They're doing good work. And basically, your business is running smoothly. Okay? Your business runs smoothly. You're an owner. Your employees do their thing. And you have a system where if you were to leave, it would be okay. You would come back and your income would be the same level. Your revenue would be the same level. You're not like the manager where your income goes drastically down, then you have to fix problems when you get back. And now you might be thinking like, well, what's the difference between the owner and the manager? Okay, so the manager is always constantly fixing their problems. They're making sure their people are, on top of what they're doing rather than having a system in place so those people know exactly what they're doing. The owner, like I said, they have a system in place. They know exactly what they're doing. No problem. So the last kind of entrepreneur, and this is kind of the cheese, it's not a cheesy one, but it's like the name is the true entrepreneur. The true entrepreneur is hands down where everyone wants to be. The true entrepreneur is someone who is a very smart idea guy. He's the guy who gets the idea, and he is going to use his resources, his contacts, his capital, and basically put these three together to find ways to leverage other people's time, to leverage other people's capital, and to leverage his own resources so he doesn't have to always be there, okay? So what does that mean? Like, what does that mean at all? What is leverage? Leverage is basically using other people's time, using other people's capital, using your own capital to put yourself in a better financial position where you really don't have to do anything. And to me, that's how you get rich. You don't get rich by hustling, you get rich by leverage. That's 100% true. If anybody wants to debate that with me, please comment below. But leverage is what you want, okay? So this type of entrepreneur is, I think the same way, is how can I find someone to run my company? How can I find, out of all the contacts that I have, who can run my company the best, and who can I put in a position to be the guy? Okay, where I don't really have to be involved. The true entrepreneur, you don't even have to be there. You really don't even have to be at your own business for it to be running smoothly and for you to be doing really well. At this point, you have leveraged properly and you're doing a killer job. Who is a great example of this? Tai Lopez. I don't give Tai Lopez a ton of credit on a lot of stuff. I think he's done very well. Obviously, he's more successful than I am. Tai Lopez, for MentorBox, he actually does work 2 hours a month. I 100% believe that. He sells his courses on the premise that I only work 2 hours a month and here's my Stripe screenshot. That is so unrealistic. It's leverage what he's using, and that's not what he's teaching you. But he does leverage very well. He's a true entrepreneur. The second one, if you haven't noticed, he just dropped this Lean 67, this protein powder stuff, whatever it may be. Again, he's leveraging one of his buddies. He's running the company. Tai is just behind it. It's very smart. He's leveraged his own capital. He's leveraging his contacts and his resources. He's doing a very good job, okay? And that is the kind of entrepreneur that we all want to aspire to be. So, for a lot of you guys, you might be thinking well, I don't have contacts, I don't have any resources, I don't have capital. Okay, build up capital, develop a high-ticket skill, learn to sell high-ticket, or, you can sell Shopify, sell Amazon, do affiliate marketing. Any one of those is fine. High-ticket sales are probably the easiest way to get to 100K, but that's fine. So if you are looking to get there, like I said, make some money, make just a little bit of money, 100 grand's not that much. And then find people, network, get on LinkedIn, network, get on Instagram, network, get on Facebook, network, meet new people. Because when you meet new people, those can be contacts. Those can be people who, hey, they might be interested in running an idea you have, or you guys might do your own thing. So do not undervalue or underscore those conversations that you have with those people, because you can have really good conversations with people, and if you find somebody who's driven, you find somebody who loves working or loves hustling, awesome. I say when I find somebody who loves to hustle, I have found a winner, because that is somebody who can run an idea that I have very effectively. Okay? That's it. That's the spiel today. 4 types of entrepreneur. I hope you guys found this valuable. Think about that whenever you guys are kind of doing your work and where you want to be. Just think current to desired. Okay? And what is the vehicle in between that is going to get you to that desired situation? You're here, but you want to be there. How can you get to here? Think about it. Subscribe, like if you like the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Later, guys.